My dad was just of that generation where it's just like, he was Clint Eastwood, less is more. Simple grunts is how he communicated.
People care so much more about your personal life than they do your work, and if you aren't open with your personal life, then they just make it up for you and share it for you.
She said, just read it, because I was looking for movies that could be commercial and speak to the human experience. And
were you reading romance novels?
And I had never read a romance novel.
Never?
And she said, just trust me, read it. So I read it, and by the end of the book, I couldn't even read the text on the page because I was crying so much. My wife was in bed next to me, and she's, you know, it's snot.
But I was like just tracking him down, and then finally got to read the script, and the script was a thriller. So that was a little confusing to me because he's like such a funny director.
Yeah.
And so I said, you know, what is this? Because the script is definitely like a twisting, turning, intense thriller. Is it a comedy or a thriller? And he said, yes. So then every day on set, I was like, is today a comedy or is it a thriller?
It's a good mix
and
of
it's
both.
like, yeah, it's like really kind of over the top and campy and trashy and fun and like, you know, kind of like my outfit, I guess.
It's believing that people and humanity are inherently good. And they crave nutritious food in their soul, just as they do in their bodies.
The idea that people think that they know you, I think because of how intrusive media is these days, people care so much more about your personal life than they do your work, and if you aren't open with your personal life, then they just make it up for you and share it for you.
That ended up actually getting picked up and doing very well, and I was one of 2 people maybe, and then I get a call from my managers and my agent, and they were both on the line, which means it's something serious.
Right.
Either you got the job or there's something wrong.
Yeah, no.
And they said, so you were the choice, but the network said that your eyebrows would be too distracting.
Oh, what?
Oh no.
And then they went like,
Have you heard the latest wild news from Hollywood? I have it on good authority that a storm of controversy is brewing that is shaking the entertainment world. Insiders are saying that Ryan Reynolds may have lost his iconic role as Deadpool over a fallout that is linked to unexpected behind-the-scenes drama. They are hinting at a messy situation that involves Marvel Studios and a separate film project tied to his wife, Blake Lively. Rumors are swirling that tensions were high on the set of another movie project and that things went south in ways no one saw coming. Some experts close to the matter are pointing to power struggles and industry rivalries that may have played a big role in this dramatic twist. The narrative is painting a picture of betrayal and professional fallout that could shake up the way big studios handle their top stars. There is chatter that the controversy might involve more than just a simple on-screen conflict and could hint at deeper issues behind closed doors. Evidence is starting to point to a sequence of events that might have led to this shocking professional upheaval. They are saying that a mix of personal drama and industry politics set the stage for this unprecedented shakeup. Sources close to the scene are suggesting that this situation might have been brewing for a while before it erupted into public speculation. The unfolding details make you wonder if this could signal a turning point in how major film projects are managed in Hollywood. And the plot thickens as more whispers emerge about the ripple effects this scandal could have on future projects. Some claim that what began as a small dispute may have escalated into a full-blown controversy with lasting repercussions. A few insiders are even hinting that the fallout might open the door to more changes in casting and production decisions across the industry. This narrative has got many fans questioning the stability of the current Hollywood power dynamics. Can you imagine the shock if these rumors prove to be true? It is a tale of ambition clashing with personal loyalties and the unexpected twists that come when the stakes are high. Every new detail adds another layer to a story that feels like it is straight out of a movie script. Make sure you stick around to catch every update as more evidence is uncovered and the situation continues to unfold. Ryan Reynolds has always stood out in Hollywood, especially with his role at Marvel. Really, can anyone else in the superhero world deliver the perfect balance of humor, wit, and action the way he did as Deadpool? His quick, irreverent comedy style immediately became iconic, and in many ways, he was the Deadpool. When you think about how Deadpool changed the game for R-rated superhero movies, you have to give credit where it's due. Reynolds' portrayal of the character was so unique it felt like he was tailor-made for the role. Audiences couldn't imagine the wisecracking antihero played by anyone else. It wasn't just the storylines. Though, let's be clear, those were groundbreaking. It was his specific charm, his comedic timing, his ability to deliver lines that were crude yet somehow endearing. But what's interesting now is that despite his clear connection to the character of Deadpool, there are whispers that Marvel is distancing itself from him. Marvel Studios, the powerhouse that has made billions from its cinematic universe, is reportedly cutting ties with Reynolds for reasons no one expected. His wife, Blake Lively, yes, you heard that right. There are claims circulating that things got messy behind the scenes, and Blake's involvement in a separate project might have played a role in all of this. Sources close to the situation, and you know they're always careful with what they hint at, are saying tensions surrounding an unrelated movie project involving Lively could have spilled over into Reynolds' relationship with Marvel. The kind of behind-the-scenes drama that no one saw coming. According to some insiders, it wasn't just a small hiccup, but something much bigger that rattled the studio, eventually leading them to make this stunning bold move in severing ties with Reynolds. What's really shocking here is that it seems like the world of Hollywood, Marvel included, can no longer hide behind the glitz and glamour. Things are about to get even more complicated, leading to questions like, how will this affect the future of Deadpool with Marvel's plans for the character moving forward? And what's next for Ryan Reynolds, one of the biggest comedic stars of this generation? Are we looking at a massive shakeup that could roll over to other franchises, too? Let me just tell you, the fallout could be absolutely huge, and we're only scratching the surface here. If you're as on edge about this surprise twist as I am, drop a comment below and let us know what you're thinking right now, because you won't want to miss any updates in this fast-evolving saga. For 26 seconds, Ryan Reynolds is one of Marvel's biggest comedic stars. He took on the role of Deadpool and turned it into something epic. Deadpool changed what an R-rated superhero movie could be. It mixed action with a punch of comedy and a dash of irreverence. The character soon became a symbol of what true innovation on screen looks like. Fans could not get enough of his quick wit and unique charm. They say his portrayal of Deadpool was unlike anything seen before. Every time he appeared, the role lit up the screen. It felt as if he and the character were one and the same. This special bond made his performance a fan favorite across the globe. Ryan Reynolds was not just a part of Marvel, but a driving force behind its success. He helped lead the studio into a new era of bold storytelling and unexpected humor. His role became a beacon of what makes Marvel films stand out in a crowded market. New releases left fans craving more and critics applauding his fearless approach. But now there are whispers that a dark twist is on the horizon. Some insiders are saying that Marvel has decided to cut ties with him. Evidence is starting to point to a controversy tied to a project involving his wife, Blake Lively. The rumor mill is buzzing with talk of behind-the-scenes drama and fallout. According to an expert close to the scene, the drama on another film set may have played a big part in this fallout. They are saying that the situation escalated fast and left many in shock. It is alleged that the controversy grew too large to ignore and sent ripples through the studio. This turn of events is baffling to fans who have always seen Ryan Reynolds as a key part of Marvel. It raises big questions about how personal drama can shake up even the most successful franchises. As we look back at his incredible journey with Deadpool, it is hard not to feel a sense of loss. His blend of humor and heart made the role unforgettable and changed the game forever. His impact on Marvel was enormous, and his legacy will be remembered for years to come. Yet now the news of this potential fallout has many wondering what comes next for one of Hollywood's brightest stars. The drama began on a separate film adaptation that was directed and co-written by Justin Baldoni. Blake Lively had a key role in the project, and at first everything seemed to be running smoothly. The insiders close to the production are saying that Blake started making demands and lodging complaints about the environment. They are whispering that her concerns grew from minor frustrations to more significant problems over time. Some experts allege that she filed official complaints that outlined discomfort on set and raised alarms over remarks about her postpartum physique. Others are saying that safety protocol concerns were a major part of her grievances. and that these issues were not handled well. Authorities familiar with the situation imply that the atmosphere turned toxic as tensions escalated quickly. They're saying that the alleged manipulations by Blake may have shifted the balance on set and created a ripple effect across the entire production. The narrative forming suggests that a promising project quickly turned into a battleground of clashing expectations and rising frustrations. Fans and industry watchers are left wondering if these behind-the-scenes maneuvers played a key role in the larger controversy shaking Hollywood. What seems clear is that the situation took an unexpected turn that no one could have predicted at the outset. It is a reminder that even the most promising projects can harbor secrets and hidden conflicts that erupt at the worst possible moment. As the controversy escalated, attention quickly turned to Ryan Reynolds. At first, no one was really sure how involved he was, but as the situation unfolded, it became clear that things weren't as simple as they seemed. Leaked text messages started to surface, and these messages are anything but ordinary. They're starting to raise a ton of questions about the true extent of Ryan's role in the drama. Some are suggesting that these texts point to Ryan possibly having more knowledge about what was going on behind the scenes of Blake's situation than anyone realized. There's even talk that he might have had a hand in the behind-the-scenes maneuverings that got so out of control. Some of these messages are raising eyebrows because they imply that Blake may have used Ryan's name as leverage in her complaints against the production team. Sources are saying that by mentioning her husband's influence, she may have been trying to sway production decisions or give strength to her grievances. Could it be that Ryan had an indirect role in this mess? Some messages even suggest that his involvement went beyond just being a bystander. Industry insiders are now questioning whether Ryan used his influence to subtly manipulate the media narrative in Blake's favor. Experts close to the matter are saying that if these leaked text messages are true, then this isn't just a case of a wife defending her personal frustrations. It could point to a bigger, much more strategic attempt to control the direction of the project. The implication is starting to look like there may have been a coordinated effort to shift the narrative in their favor. It's almost like a hidden game of power pulls and strategic moves that play behind closed doors. Does this mean Ryan really had a hand in it all? The more these messages come to light, the more puzzling and dramatic this Hollywood saga becomes. What if these texts are just the beginning of a much more intricate story that's been carefully hidden? As all the leaked details keep unfolding, there are even more unanswered questions now than before. For 13 seconds, attention quickly turned to Ryan Reynolds as the controversy escalated. At first, no one was sure how involved he might be. Leaked text messages have started to surface that add fuel to the fire. Some insiders are saying these messages hint at a deeper connection. They suggest that Ryan may have known more than he let on. There are whispers that he might have played a part in the behind-the-scenes maneuvers. Some of the leaked texts imply that Blake Lively used Ryan Reynolds' name to give extra weight to her complaints. They hint that his name was brought up to sway production decisions. This revelation has raised serious questions among those who follow the industry. It is being said that his influence might have been used to help shape media narratives. The texts hint at a possibility that Ryan may have been involved in steering the conversation in Blake's favor. Every new detail adds to a picture that is far more complicated than it appears. The nature of these messages has added another layer of intrigue to the unfolding drama. Insiders are pointing to phrases that imply a strategic use of his reputation. They are saying that Ryan's influence might have been leveraged to bolster her claims. Every leaked message opens up more questions about the extent of his involvement. The texts are stirring up a debate about whether his role was passive or an active move to support Blake. This new information has sparked a storm of speculation in Hollywood. It is unclear if Ryan Reynolds simply observed or played an active part in the controversy. The details remain murky, and every message only deepens the mystery. Industry watchers are left to wonder how far behind the scenes this situation might go. The revelation suggests that a personal dispute might have escalated into a major professional controversy. Blake Lively's lawyer's public resignation added fuel to the fire of an already blazing controversy. It was a shocking move that took everyone by surprise and raised alarming questions about the ongoing drama. Sources close to the situation claim that the reason behind the resignation was due to inconsistencies in Blake's narrative. This has left many scratching their heads and speculating about the true intentions behind her accusations. A lawyer rarely publicly resigns from a case, especially in such a high-profile mess. Yet here we are in Hollywood. It's common for legal teams to bow out quietly, without any fanfare or drama, so when Blake's legal counsel decided to go public with their exit, it was almost unprecedented. This marked a dramatic turn in a story that seemed to be winding down, and instead, it only deepened the mystery. Industry insiders are closely watching this development, and some believe it hints at deeper layers to the story. There are whispers that Blake's complaints may have lacked the evidence needed for the accusations to hold ground. The resignation could suggest that the narrative she presented to the public might have been more crafted than originally thought. Some even wonder if it was all part of a strategic campaign to have the allegations gain traction. Even if the facts were murky, experts familiar with the legalities surrounding Hollywood scandals point out that this type of public resignation could be a major warning sign. It could indicate that the case wasn't as solid as it seemed from the outside. In fact, insiders are suggesting that the resignation might signal an attempt to distance herself from a potentially misleading narrative. The timing is telling. Coming so late in the game, it raises doubts about how long the inconsistencies were known. People inside the industry now think that this might be the beginning of the end for the belief that Blake's accusations were definitively true. Her lawyer's departure leaves more questions than answers. Could this even be the start of unraveling a larger deception? How will the fallout play out across Hollywood? Audience members are left wondering, had the case been built on shaky foundations from the start, or was it an orchestrated effort to take down Justin Baldoni? Whatever the answer, one thing is clear. This unexpected twist has left everyone buzzing about what could happen next. Blake Lively's lawyer shocked the industry by resigning publicly. Sources close to the situation say the resignation came after inconsistencies in her narrative emerged. This move is almost unheard of in Hollywood, where legal counsels typically exit cases quietly. Insiders are suggesting that this public departure casts serious doubt on the authenticity of her claims. Experts familiar with the matter imply that the resignation may signal that the allegations against Justin Baldoni were exaggerated. Some are whispering that her legal team left as a result of mounting pressure and a potential strategy behind the scenes. Every detail now points to a larger picture where the departure might have been designed to shift the narrative. Observers note that such a dramatic exit can only add fuel to an already blazing controversy. The unexpected resignation has stirred a storm of speculation among industry watchers. Many are questioning whether this public move was a last resort or a carefully calculated step to influence. The lawyer would choose to leave in such a public manner only deepens the mystery around her claims. Each new twist forces us to re-examine the evidence and wonder about hidden agendas at play. This development has left many to ponder if the entire controversy was built on unstable ground. The departure of her legal counsel now stands as a stark reminder that behind the glamour of Hollywood there are often deep currents of turmoil. Every new piece of information makes the story more complex and leaves us questioning the true motivations behind the scandal. Marvel initially stayed on the sidelines as the scandal unfolded. At first, it seemed like they were observing from a distance, with little reaction. But the longer things went on, the more anxious they became, and who could blame them? Ryan Reynolds was more than just an actor to Marvel. He became a brand, a face that stood as the embodiment of Deadpool. His sharp wit and undeniable chemistry with the role formed a unique connection with fans for Marvel. Cutting ties with him wasn't just about losing an actor, it was about losing a piece of their brand. Deadpool was now synonymous with Ryan's identity, and the thought of separating him from such a massive franchise was unnerving to the studio. But as the rumors around the scandal grew, that Ryan might have played a role in backstage manipulations, the stakes became even higher. Would his involvement in shaping media narratives overshadow his comedic genius and box office appeal? Some industry insiders are suggesting that Marvel executives began to investigate if he used his connections to spin narratives to his benefit. Whispers have emerged that Ryan, through his Deadpool franchise, may have tipped the scale in Blake's favor by influencing media outlets. Allegedly, some media figures were given access to exclusive Marvel-related content in exchange for negative coverage of Justin Baldoni. Imagine that. A potential media manipulation tied to a superhero franchise as much as Ryan's presence on screen helped to define Deadpool. These allegations forced executives to ask hard questions. Could his personal involvement in a significant controversy tarnish his standing as one of Hollywood's biggest stars? Marvel's dilemma isn't so simple. Could their golden goose really be guilty of undermining their own brand's integrity? The rumors have everyone on edge, and the studio has no choice but to seriously consider these allegations before they take the next step. Could this scandal be one of the biggest challenges Marvel has faced in years? Fans and insiders are holding their breath, waiting to see how Marvel handles its dilemma. The situation is clouded with smoke and mirrors. Allegations fueling confusion and more questions with every leak. Will Ryan Reynolds face serious consequences for his alleged influence? And what will Marvel do next? Will they stick with their star or choose a different path forward? For 15 seconds, Marvel initially kept a low profile as the drama unfolded. They watched from the sidelines, but soon their anxiety grew. They could not ignore the storm that was brewing behind the scenes. Ryan Reynolds was never just an actor for Marvel. He was the face of Deadpool and a brand in his own right. He became synonymous with a franchise that redefined superhero movies. Now questions arise over whether his behind-the-scenes maneuvers might tarnish that image. Some insiders are hinting that if Ryan played a part in strategic backstage moves, it could overshadow his proven talent and box office draw. They wonder if his clever wit and charm can still stand apart from any alleged manipulations. In response, Marvel executives have started digging deeper into the matter. They are reportedly investigating whether Ryan used his Marvel connections or the promotional power of Deadpool to shape media narratives in favor of Blake Lively. There are whispers that promotional resources were tapped to influence coverage on the set. Allegations now suggest that some media figures may have received exclusive Marvel content in exchange for painting a negative picture of Justin Baldoni. These rumors add another layer to a story that is already full of twists and turns. Industry experts say that such moves could blur the lines between personal disputes and professional strategy. The situation leaves many wondering if it is even possible to separate Ryan Reynolds from the iconic character he brought to life. Every revelation deepens the dilemma and raises more questions about loyalty and integrity in Hollywood. Marvel now finds itself in a tight spot as it tries to protect a brand while contending with allegations of behind-the-scenes influence. As the investigation unfolds, every new detail forces us to re-examine the intricate web of alliances and power plays. The challenges faced by Marvel in maintaining the purity of the Deadpool legacy are mounting, and the controversy continues to cast a long shadow over one of Hollywood's most beloved franchises. Amid mounting evidence and relentless public speculation, Marvel took a drastic step. Sources close to the studio say the pressure had built to an undeniable peak. They say that whispers turned into a roar and no one could ignore the mounting facts. The decision came as a shock because no one expected a quiet resolution from such a high-profile dispute. The studio officially announced that Ryan Reynolds was fired from all upcoming Deadpool projects. This announcement hit the industry like a thunderclap. Ryan was not just an actor for Marvel. He was the embodiment of Deadpool. He had become the face of a franchise that redefined what a superhero movie could be. But now allegations of backstage maneuvering and strategic influence have changed everything. The move sent shockwaves throughout Hollywood. Industry insiders are saying that it is a decision that will reverberate for a long time. Fans were stunned and many could not believe what they were hearing. The news left the community in disbelief over the drastic measure taken by Marvel. Every detail has added another layer to the already tangled controversy. Many are pointing fingers and laying blame on Blake Lively for the dramatic fallout. Some experts suggest that her alleged behind-the-scenes moves may have tipped the balance. It is being said that her maneuvers overshadowed Ryan Reynolds' comedic talent and box office draw. Rumors indicate that her actions created a scenario where Marvel felt forced to take action. The controversy now has everyone questioning if personal drama should ever interfere with professional legacies. Headlines exploded across every major outlet. One headline screamed, "Ryan Reynolds dropped by Marvel. Deadpool franchise in crisis." Another headline asked, "Did Blake Lively's moves doom Ryan's career?" Each headline added fuel to a fire that seemed to burn brighter with every new report. The public narrative now dances between personal betrayal and professional retribution. This shocking decision has put Marvel in a difficult position. It forced the studio to re-examine the balance between celebrity influence and the integrity of its brand. Every move is now scrutinized under a harsher light, as industry insiders piece together the full story. The once unbreakable link between Ryan Reynolds and the iconic character is now in serious doubt. Every revelation adds another twist to a story that has forever changed the landscape of Hollywood. Marvel now faces a dilemma where the lines between personal influence and professional legacy have become dangerously blurred. According to sources close to the situation, Ryan Reynolds lost it. When he heard the news from Marvel, they claimed that he was absolutely blindsided by the decision after dedicating so many years of his life to making Deadpool the massive success. It became Ryan felt completely betrayed. This was more than just a job. It was personal. Ryan reportedly tried everything he could to plead his case with Marvel executives. He argued that his involvement in the scandal had been misrepresented or worse, exaggerated beyond recognition. He insisted that the allegations against him were based on faulty information and misunderstanding. Sources are saying that Ryan pointed out that his name may have been mentioned in Blake's messages, but he claimed that any reference to him had been taken out of context. It seems like he was adamant about clearing the air on this matter. Ryan also vehemently denied ever instructing Blake to make any manipulative moves on the set. He reportedly emphasized how he never shared any of Marvel's confidential plans with media outlets, refuting any speculation about his involvement in media manipulation. But despite his pleading, Marvel stood firm on its decision to part ways within the studio, wasn't willing to take any more risks with the controversy still hanging over them. Marvel was, at this point, focused on protecting the brand and its reputation from any further damage. It seems like the damage had already been done, and executives knew this controversy was bigger than just one actor. The thought of recasting Deadpool, or possibly even putting the entire franchise on hold, started to dominate discussions. Talk about putting the brakes on the #1 superhero franchise. It seemed far-fetched, but was becoming increasingly relevant as tension rose. Ryan's passionate defense only seemed to drive the divide deeper. Each exchange with the studios seemed to draw a line in the sand between the actor's desire to retain his position and Marvel's demand for accountability. In the wake of the scandal, the emotional toll on the actor must have been immense. Seeing his career and legacy suddenly teetering over a controversy he never fully acknowledged as his own. To think that a character so closely attached to Ryan Reynolds could be temporarily taken from him based on allegations he adamantly denied is nothing short of heartbreaking. And with Marvel now contemplating the future of Deadpool, recasting, or perhaps halting the saga altogether, fans, too, are left speculating on what comes next for one of Hollywood's beloved stars. For 14 seconds, sources say Ryan Reynolds had an emotional meltdown when he heard Marvel's decision. It seems the news hit him like a ton of bricks. He felt blindsided, betrayed, and utterly devastated. This was not just any role for him. It was his passion and his legacy with Deadpool. Years of dedication had gone into making Deadpool a smashing success. Fans witnessed his quick wit, his charm, and every bit of commitment to a character that redefined superhero films. Now he was left reeling from the shock of a decision that changed everything. The feeling of betrayal ran deep. He felt that everything he built was washed away in an instant. Ryan attempted to clear his name and plead his case with Marvel executives. He argued that his role in the scandal was misrepresented, even exaggerated by those twisting the story. It was as if the truth was buried under layers of rumor and controversy. He wanted the studio to understand his side, that his actions were taken out of context. He claimed his name was mentioned in Blake Lively's messages, but that it was taken out of context. He maintained that he never instructed Blake to make any manipulative moves. He also asserted that he never shared Marvel's confidential plans with any media outlets. His words painted a picture of a man caught in a whirlwind of misunderstanding and scandal. However, Marvel stood firm in its decision. The studio did not waver despite Ryan's pleas and his heartfelt explanation. They were unwilling to take further risks when it came to protecting their brand and their future plans for the Deadpool franchise. The stakes were too high, and the controversy too hot to handle. In a bold move that stunned everyone, Marvel began considering a complete overhaul of the franchise. Some insiders say they weighed the option to recast Deadpool altogether. Others suggest that the studio might put the entire franchise on hold. It was a dramatic pivot that underscored the gravity of the situation and the lengths to which the studio was prepared to go. This emotional meltdown by Ryan Reynolds is a reminder that even the strongest icons can be shattered by unforeseen decisions. It is a story of passion meeting betrayal, of a man who gave his heart to a role only to have it taken away in a moment of crisis. As the fallout continues to ripple through Hollywood, the once unshakable bond between actor and character now hangs in the balance. Fan outrage quickly followed Marvel's shocking decision to fire Ryan Reynolds. It seemed the news struck a nerve with fans who could not believe what was happening. Many of them were furious at Marvel accusing the studio of overreacting and betraying Ryan. Online petitions sprung up demanding that Ryan be reinstated to his iconic role.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, spitting fast. I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains at last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah.
Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Gonna learn the consequence of being incompetent. Mental health is confidence, dreams and some honestness. I'm not here to save the day, that's for you to take away. I could play a million mind games, but instead I say something not illogical, something that is.
Others calling for major consequences for Blake's rumored actions, and a select few feeling that Baldoni had stayed above it all as the dust settles. The emotional fallout from this saga has industry professionals and fans alike continuing to speculate about what might come next. Fan outrage erupted across social media as many fans expressed fury at Marvel. They accused the studio of overreacting to the controversy and argued that Ryan Reynolds deserved a chance to set the record straight. Online petitions emerged demanding his reinstatement and fueling heated debates across forums. Some fans believe that Marvel acted appropriately by protecting its brand and prioritizing the integrity of its projects over individual star power. The divide among supporters deepened as voices clashed over whether personal drama should influence professional decisions. Blake Lively's reputation took a serious hit amid the growing scandal. Once admired for her charm and talent, she is now seen as a key figure in her husband's downfall. Critics claim that she escalated minor production issues into a full-blown industry scandal. Mounting evidence of behind-the-scenes manipulation left even her most loyal supporters struggling to defend her actions. This shift in public perception added another explosive element to an already volatile situation. Justin Baldoni chose to remain neutral in the midst of the chaos. Despite being at the center of the controversy, he refused to take sides. He calmly released uncut message logs to counter the claims and offer clarity on the situation. He did not publicly criticize Ryan Reynolds or Blake Lively, and maintained that his only aim was to protect his film and his directorial reputation. His balanced response stood in stark contrast to the polarizing reactions that swept through Hollywood. Sponsors and studios that once eagerly sought Ryan Reynolds for major marketing campaigns began to grow cautious. His comedic genius had made him a staple in advertisements and branding across various sectors now. However, there was a noticeable hesitation as brands and film studios weighed their options. They feared that more damaging revelations could emerge, further complicating the already murky situation. Some of his upcoming film deals were put on hold as executives waited to see how the scandal unfolded. The uncertainty surrounding his career was palpable, and many within the industry took a step back to reevaluate their relationship with him. Rumors began to swirl that Ryan might fight back against the swiftly spread narrative. Reports suggested that he could release his own set of messages to clear his name if he truly had evidence proving his innocence. Some speculated he would have shared it by now, but Ryan remained mostly silent, an absence that only seemed to fuel Marvel's narrative. While silence can sometimes speak volumes, in this case, it left many wondering if he was trapped by the very storm he couldn't control. The longer his silence dragged on, the more the public narrative shifted to Marvel's advantage. Would Ryan Reynolds finally speak out in a way that changes everything for him? Or is the damage already too severe? As industry insiders weigh in, it's clear that the stakes couldn't be higher for the actor. This scandal may have cost him not just one role, but the silence surrounding it may haunt him long beyond Hollywood's usual drama. After the shocking firing, Ryan Reynolds now faces serious career consequences. Sponsors and studios are growing cautious as they re-examine their ties to his once unstoppable star power. He had dominated marketing campaigns with his quick wit and humor that turned him into a household name. Now major brands are hesitant to work with him because there is a fear that more damaging revelations might emerge. Some of his future film deals are on hold, while everyone waits to see how the scandal will continue to unfold. There is a burning question about whether he will fight back. Some reports suggest he might eventually release his own set of messages to clear his name. Others argue that if he truly had evidence proving his innocence, he would have shared it already. For now, he remains mostly silent, and that silence only seems to fuel the narrative that Marvel has built around him. This quiet stance leaves industry insiders wondering if his silence is a strategic move or simply an admission of defeat. The fallout from this controversy is casting a long shadow over his career. Studios are rethinking future projects and sponsors are treading carefully around his name. Every unanswered question adds to the uncertainty that now surrounds his once unassailable reputation. This chapter in his career serves as a stark reminder that even the biggest stars can find themselves under intense scrutiny. As the scandal continues to unfold, the true cost of these events on his future remains to be seen. Marvel's decision to fire Ryan Reynolds is a clear sign of their strict image control. They have always maintained a squeaky clean brand, and every move is calculated to protect that reputation. If they truly believed that Ryan's alleged involvement in the controversy threatened that image, then the decision was logical even if it was extreme. Hollywood loves a dramatic comeback, and many believe that this might not be the end for Ryan. The industry is full of stories where actors get dropped and then stage a triumphant return. Ryan has a history of resilience and his talent is undeniable. If he can clear his name, then there is hope that he might regain his place as the face of Deadpool. Yet there are voices that argue Marvel's decision was too decisive to be undone. They say that once trust is broken in a carefully curated brand, it is nearly impossible to repair. Some insiders suggest that the studio may already be eyeing a replacement for the beloved character. In such a calculated environment, even a single controversy can cause irreversible changes. Industry experts are divided on this matter. Some see the firing as a necessary measure to preserve Marvel's pristine image. Others view it as an overreaction that could fuel a powerful comeback narrative for Ryan. Every new twist in the saga deepens the debate and leaves the future uncertain. The studio's approach reflects an industry where reputation is everything. Every association is scrutinized, and every decision is made with the brand in mind. Marvel's actions remind us that even the biggest stars are not immune to the strict standards of Hollywood. The saga of Ryan Reynolds and the Deadpool franchise now stands at a crossroads. It is a tale of high stakes and rapid reversals that captures the very essence of Hollywood drama. While some believe that redemption may be just around the corner, others feel the damage is done for good. This perspective from within the industry shows that in Hollywood, every move matters. A single controversy can reshape a career and alter the future of a beloved franchise. Only time will tell if Ryan Reynolds can overcome this setback, or if Marvel's decision marks the final chapter in his Deadpool legacy.